It's at Fight Lab 48. Kevin, the Master of Cool Farad, here with Joseph El Dingo Loco Carroll and Joseph the Juggernaut Pacheco. Next up, 145-pound title, John Henning defending against Josh Steedly.
Here we go. We got John Henning. They call him GQ. Coming out of ECF, the guy's got a world of stand-up, and he's got really good jiu-jitsu. But look for him to throw his hands and use his distance and use his reach. We're about to see a good fight here. There's a reason he is the title champion.
Joe, what can you add about Josh Steedly?
Even though they call John Henning GQ, Josh Steedly's not worried about how he looks. He's worried about getting the job done. He is super aggressive every time he gets in the cage. The last performance he put on inside this cage, he went after him the whole time. Pressure, pressure, pressure. He's the type of person that he's gonna bust your pipes, he's gonna make a diamond out of you. And so far, he's left nothing but busted pipes in his trail.
Let's take it to the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is set for 5 4-minute rounds. It is in the featherweight division and is for the Fight Lab Featherweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger to my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands in at 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighs in at 145 pounds and has a record of 2 wins against 2 defeats. Fighting for Team Rock in Fayetteville, North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen, he is your challenger, Josh the Steedly. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He stands in at 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighs in at 145 pounds and has a record of 6 wins against 4 defeats. Fighting for East Coast Fighter from Charlotte, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the current reigning and defending Fight Lab Featherweight Champion, John
Fight Lab 48, Kevin the Master of Cool here with Joe Pacheco and Joseph Carroll. 145-pound title, John Henning versus Josh Steedly.
Josh Steedly comes from a good camp over at ECF, and Josh Steedly comes from Team Rock out of Fayetteville. Both of these schools produce very talented fighters.
Henning's very calm, cool, relaxed, strategic fighter.
Called John Henning GQ.
Henning's got the black shorts with the gray trim. Steedly, the all black shorts.
This could be our good stand-up fight of the night. I know John Henning really likes to do his Muay Thai over at ECF. The instructor there is hands down one of the top Muay Thai instructors in Charlotte that I've met personally.
Starting off, this is going to be a very, very, very strategic, well-placed, and well-thought-out striking match between these two guys. Neither one of them has a problem going to the ground, but they'd rather keep it standing.
You can already see the welt coming up on John Henning's right leg. That shows you the power that Steedly has in his kicks. And that's just from the beginning part of the round. He's going back to it every time, same spot. It may not be a hard kick, but it's landed in the same spot every time.
Remember, these being championship rounds, we have 5 4-minute rounds.
As well, you can see the bruises showing up on Josh Steedly's leg from where John Henning is throwing those chopping kicks. See how this affects
Nice check.
They just want to stand and trade with each other. You might see these two someone might get knocked out here with the way they're trading.
Both guy's throwing and landing a lot of leg kicks right now.
You know, to the naked eye, they might not see a lot going on, but this is very technical, methodical, you know, striking round. They're feeling each other out. They're starting to see their tendencies, starting to see what their second moves are going to be, to start setting up the second and third tier techniques.
They're definitely going head to head on the kicks to try and see who can withstand the most punishment on those lead legs. And it's really showing on John Henning's leg. He will definitely feel that in the morning when he goes to get out of bed.
You can see it on the inside and outside of his leg. Right on his knee on the inside, right below his knee on the outside.
That's definitely going to take a toll when we start hitting those championship rounds. But there's a reason he is the 145-pound champion. Josh Steedly not shying away from standing and striking with John Henning.
Nice right hand by Steedly.
You see them starting to get into their rhythm, starting to move around a little bit. Josh Steedly keeping those hands moving, staying on his toes. Neither person giving ground, giving any backing up. They're standing and trading. A lot to be said about someone who will stand in there and just strike with you. Oh, good left hand. Got southpaw versus the orthodox here. We go to the end of the first round. There's a nice body kick. Here we go. You see no action on the ground during that fight. It's all stand up so far. 2 1-set belt battle now. We will see as we go into the second round. Here we go in the second round. Both fighters seem to be fresh. Nobody seems to be wearing any damage besides the spots on their legs and the spots on the body where they have landed body kicks. Not too many punches have been thrown during this fight. Oh, good kick to the lead leg of John Henning. John Henning fights with his hands down around his waist. I mean, that's definitely not traditional, but he seems to be able to move his head in and out of the way.
John Henning, he fights like that quite often. I think he's trying to bait his opponent to throw a punch and try to counter off of him. He feels very confident in his stand-up, obviously.
Oh, that one got through just a little bit.
Body check body kick by Henning. I'd like to see Henning get a little bit more active with those body kicks.
I think they were past the part where they're feeling each other out. Now we should start seeing them get in the rhythm and start seeing them find their zone and land more strikes, and maybe someone will be able to take the lead in this fight. So far, I see him going back and forth. I see pretty much a tied fight.
You know, Muay Thai is a traditional martial art of Thailand. It's a tradition that's been passed down from many generations from battlefields. It's a very, very deadly form of striking that utilizes 8 points of striking: the hands, the elbows, the knees, as well as the feet. Unfortunately, in this amateur fight, even though it's a championship fight, they still cannot kick to the head. So we're seeing a very, very limited amount of what they can do.
Or throw elbows or knees to the head. I think if they were allowed to do that, they would open this fight up a little bit more. But they seem to be okay with standing with each other.
Steedly returns his own body kick.
It's good to see both of them standing up. I know Team Rock is traditionally a jiu-jitsu school, a jiu-jitsu-based school of Team Hoist Gracie. So I'd like to see how Steedly is prepared for the ground of John Henning.
Finally, nice inside tight, dirty boxing.
Got some good inside clinching going on as Henning has Steedly up against the cage.
Nice sneaky uppercut by Henning.
Good reverse by Steedly. He's looking to get the plum here to start to set up knees.
And he does have a full plum.
Henning has the plum. Steedly is trying to fight out of the plum to work towards the plum. Pressuring on the back of the neck, pulling the head down to set up these vicious knees to the body.
The plum is actually a tie clinch that's used by wrapping both hands around the collar of your opponent, pitching the elbows in, keeping control, being able to turn and control the body to implement the strikes that you're looking for.
Here we are. We will go to a third round. Steedly has a big smile on his face. Yes. This is what we like to see here at Fight Lab for title fights. As Joe Pacheco said earlier, this will be a fight where it will be a technical fight back and forth. They're not out there throwing wild, overpowering strikes or wasting their energy on stuff they know that is not going to work 110%. Going to the third round. Remember, this is a title fight, 5 4-minute rounds. Both fighters still look to be fresh as they come out again for the third round.
Third round underway. Steedly starts off with the left or the straight right hand.
You see John Henning starting to bring those hands up around his face. He's not keeping that low guard as much anymore.
Just still, as he drops him to his hips.
Yeah, just drops him down a little bit to his hips, but that left hand stays a little high.
Trying to right to the body. Henning tried hitting with the hook, but he missed.
There's a nice little overhand attempt by Steedly. And here we are. We're starting to get some counter
Nice
punching.
hit to the body. Nice kick to the body again.
And he returns.
You can see Henning having a success with that body kick. I'd like to see more of it.
There's another body kick.
Right side of Steedly is all right on his body.
You wonder if maybe there's some deep swelling going on right there now, and maybe that might be slowing him down a little bit, but he's not showing it. Oh, good overhand.
Henning eats it and keeps walking forward. Inside knee kick.
Oh, Steedly is rocked. Henning rocks Steedly just a little bit, and Steedly recovers.
A little bit more action this round. Yeah. Another body kick by Henning. Steedly answers with his own.
Each fighter is imposing their will on each other, and neither one of them is backing down. They're trading punch for punch, kick for kick. We have not seen one bit of ground game in this fight yet.
Looks like he's got a good jaw on him. He took two pretty good shots this round. Just keeps moving forward. Doesn't even phase. Not even phased.
You wonder if maybe all those kicks to the leg are really starting to slow their moving down. John Henning's leg is extremely red. And here we go with a body lock up against the cage. John Henning has Josh Steedly in a very nice body lock. We might see a takedown in this round. Got some nice dirty boxing going on. Henning goes to punch the leg. Steedly. Into the third round. It's time to go to the fourth. We are in championship rounds. Going into the fourth round, we don't see much damage on either of the opponents besides their legs being nice and colorful from all the kicks that they've blocked and thrown.
Championship rounds here. We get underway at the start of the fourth round. It's a tough fight to score, Joe. What do you got to say?
Yeah, I would say it's pretty good.
Henning working the jab. Nice left hand by Henning.
Oh yeah, you guys start seeing the champions starting to pick up a little bit. They call it championship rounds for a reason.
There you go.
The last few rounds, you can see that Steedly's had his back against the cage. And that our champion, John Henning, has been pressuring him the whole time.
I would still have to put it at an even fight. I mean, neither of them have truly stepped outside of the box and showed a significant lead in the fight. But
Henning seems to be finding his rhythm in this round, though.
To beat the champion, you have to beat the champion.
Absolutely.
Ooh, nice right hook.
He's been matching him step for step. Like you said, it's been going back and forth for the most part. But the part where I'm saying that John is winning is that it's the ring generalship. John has taken the center of the ring as his own. He's been moving Steedly around left and right, cutting the ring off, not chasing him, doing everything right.
Oh,
and as I speak, takes him down.
First takedown of the fight in the fourth round.
Guard, though. I'm not sure he took him down. I'm not sure what happened there.
Josh Steedly is inside of the champion's guard. We will look to see what John Henning has on the ground as he trains over there at Charlotte BJJ with John Piper.
He's got a dangerous guard. You know, I've seen him submit guys or come close to submitting guys off his back in the past, but in the fourth round right now, these guys are soaking wet.
Oh, absolutely.
Sweat.
And you got to remember, we are outside in the elements. The humidity's up. It is still above 70 degrees in the evening.
Those legs are going to slide right down the back. He's going to try to get in a high guard, and his legs are going to slide right down to the hips every time.
That is it.
You can see that it's hard for John Henning to keep his guard closed because of all the perspiration that these guys have had. As he shoots up
for feet and hips, it looked like he was going for a triangle there for a moment, but Steedly got his arm back in.
Steedly's doing a good job of keeping Henning up against the cage. As John Henning shoots for a triangle, that arm is in tight and he has it locked. What he looks to do here is apply pressure to cut off both arteries.
He's going to pull it.
He has it locked. This might be the end of the fight, ladies and gentlemen.
John has a great angle on that as well.
And he taps. Oh, John Henning retains the 145 pound champion.
After those 4 rounds of just an exquisite display of Muay Thai, to finish it with the submission triangle. What a way to go out.
That says a lot for the jiu-jitsu training that he has over there with John Piper at Charlotte BJJ. For him to be able to finish a very tight triangle in the fourth round, of all rounds, the fourth round, when they are covered in sweat. Good title defense by John Henning.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Johnny Jessup stops it out at 3 minutes, 12 seconds in round number 4. Your winner by submission by way of triangle choke and spear. Fight Lab featherweight champion, John Henning.
I have John Henning here. How are you feeling after winning? Well, after keeping this beautiful piece of hardware.
Very tired, very sore.
Extremely sore. How's
And
your
excited.
leg feeling, especially?
I mean, he kicked harder than I thought he was going to. His knee's busted. I kicked his elbow about 10 times. My shin's hurting.
I want to know, like, when I see the amount of kicks that he had, you know, he was kicking you constantly. How do you condition your legs just to be able to take that?
Just years of taking them.
Yeah.
And just all sparring rounds and eating them over and over and over. Like, and it still hurts. I ain't gonna lie, it still hurts.
It's just taking them, like you said, just enduring them, and then you're thinking, I'll ice them in the end, right?
Yeah, just thinking the next shot can be the last one. So, you know, even though he's kicking away at my legs, just looking for something to land. And there's always an opening in MMA. Just like that guy just landed a knockout real quick. It doesn't take but a split second. So.
You know, I was really surprised that it got taken down, you know, to the ground like that. You guys were standing for a long time. Were you expecting the fight to pretty much stay standing?
I really did.
Yeah.
I could tell I was starting to like just stand there in front of him. Like I said, my legs were both hurt, and you know, I've been feeling really comfortable with my jiu-jitsu, so I figured I would give it a shot. I still had the 5th round if I needed to see if I could pull something out of my back pocket. So.
Absolutely. Well, the last fight that you were here with us at Fight Lab, you ended with a triangle submission, right?
Yes.
So here again, another great triangle submission on your opponent.
It's my go-to.
That's your favorite, right?
Yeah, that's my go-to. I'm not a great grappler by any means, but I can throw a triangle up. So.
Yeah, that's your move. So tell us about how much of an impact East Coast Fighter has had for you. Tell us about the school and your training partners.
That's made a world of difference. You know, I started off with Alan Greenway at the Body Quest, you know, when he was running the gym there. And I mean, it was great, and I loved it. But you know, if you stay, you know, you get stagnant after staying in one place too long, and I kind of felt like the fire, you know, I needed to relight it. And Crew Armland, and at first Apollo, and then, you know, Piper come in, you know, they all keep on me and just keep pushing me to keep working and making my game well-rounded. And I got to thank all of them, because without them I wouldn't.
It's a combined effort, right?
Yes, definitely. They say it's not a team sport. I mean, you're in there alone, but those 6-8 weeks, whatever it is leading up to it, it's your teammates in there pushing you day in and day out, and your coaches, you know, staying with you and keeping your confidence up, but then, you know, giving you that kick in the ass when you need it to.
Absolutely. It's like a family. They're going to beat you up, but they're going to love you in the end, right?
Definitely.
Well, good. Well, I thought the fight was amazing, and, you know, I can't wait to see you back defending your title. And what are you going to do now? Go to Disney World?
Actually, I just got back from Orlando and Universal Studios. Probably just going to. I just want to go home and rest.
You just want to go home and, like, you know, get that leg propped up and ice it down a little, right?
Yeah, just think towards the future. I'm looking to turn in pro.
Nice.
I've been talking about it for a year now, so it's time to take a step, I think.
The time has come. All right, well, we hope that your pro debut is in the Fight Love cage.